My next guest stars on one of the most popular shows on television, The Big Bang Theory. Please welcome Melissa Rauch. You look beautiful. You look very attractive. Yeah. Amazing dress.
Thank you.
Yes. That's very gentlemanly. Bunch of sailors on shore leave in the audience. So nice to have you here. You know, talking tonight about movies with Mr. Norton, and I was just curious. Like, oh, you must be a movie lover, I'm guessing.
I love movies. I love going to the movies. You know, when I lived in New York, I was very broke, and my husband, who's then my boyfriend, is very tall, and I'm obviously very short. So we would go to the movies, but I would have him sneak me in for Child's Price.
What?
Yeah.
Now, let's just so that you were very broke at the time.
Very broke at the time.
Okay, that's important to remember. But how did you you would pose as a child?
Yeah, I'd be like baseball hat and like a big coat, and we'd walk in, and he would order up the tickets.
Right.
And he would
One
get
adult,
one
child?
One child, and then we'd walk away holding hands. He'd be like, "Come on, kid, sis."
Yeah.
It would get weird if we would like try and make out in the theater.
Yeah.
Not the greatest.
That's horrible.
Not the greatest date night. When I'm like eating like crushed up graham crackers out of a Ziploc.
Yeah, yeah. And also, there's probably certain movies they wouldn't let you see.
That's
you know?
true. Yeah. It was a lot of animated movies.
It's a flawed plan. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, did you only pull that at movies, or did you try that ever at amusement parks? Because you can get in much cheaper if you go to an amusement park.
But here's the deal with amusement parks. Amusement parks, like, I want to flaunt how old I am because now I'm tall enough to ride certain rides.
Oh.
So then it's just like a big show of like, look at me, I'm getting on all the rides. Which no one, like, when you're a grown woman, like, everyone's like, yeah, get on the ride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's your problem? So it took you a long time to reach the height where you could get on those rides.
Yes, and still it's like, I need the help of heels for some of them.
Right. What's your favorite ride? I'm just curious. Like Disneyland, what's your favorite ride?
I like a Space Mountain. I do, I enjoy. Yeah?
You know what's underrated? Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
It's true.
Let me tell you why. That's just my speed. That's what I like. I like the way it's just it's taken its time. I like Mr. Toad.
It's not the wildest of Mr. Toad's rides.
I like that. It was probably, they named it probably in like 1952. Yeah, this is a real wild ride. And then
it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Toad's relaxing.
Yeah, it's like
a magical journey.
It's like it's like an office chair slowly moving through.
But don't you end up in hell? Doesn't he go to hell at the end of it?
It's kind of dark.
In a way, we all end up in hell.
All right. Okay.
That's how Mr. Toad ends his ride.
Now, you've been performing since childhood.
Yes.
And I'm curious, what kind of stuff did you like to do when you were a kid? Did you perform for your parents?
It was a lot of like performing in the basement. Nothing was professional. I wasn't a kid who was like good with the outdoors. Like, you put me outside, it was like rashes and allergies. So it was like a lot of me in my basement with my brother, like whatever musical we saw, we would recreate it in our basement. And my parents were very big on like, as long as it was for art's sake, there was no like, we could see anything no matter if it was inappropriate for us or not. So the first musical they took us to was Chorus Line, which it's not the most appropriate of musicals for like an 8-year-old. So we saw that and we did it in my basement. And
oh, you like learned the soundtrack?
I learned it word for word, and the song that I decided was gonna be my torch song was Tits and Ass, which at 8.
You're 8?
I'm 8, and my parents were like, that's fantastic. But then, like, when I wanted to do it, like, for the school talent show, all of a sudden, they were like, no, you can't do it. And I was like, what? I killed it in the basement. Why can't I do this out? And they, they shut that down. But I did it in the basement constantly. And the neighbors, like, one by one stopped.
I think you brought a tape, did you not?
I did.
This is you performing Tits and Ass?
Yes.
And this will be used in court. Let's take a look.
I was not picturing I was not picturing an unfinished basement.
Yeah, neither was I.
That looked
That's
like,
also, that's a crawl space.
yeah, that looked like Gitmo.
Yeah. You're gonna do that number again, kid. My favorite is the dog. Whenever a dog walks through any situation,
yes.
I'm overjoyed.
Yeah.
Immediately, that made my day. Okay, now you've been with your husband. How many years have you been together?
We've been together for 13 years.
Wow, good for
13
you.
years. Thank you.
Now, am I correct that your husband has given you a free pass? Now, sometimes that means, for a lot of couples, that can mean like a celebrity. You get a free, if you happen to meet that celebrity, you get to get it on. I'm curious, you have a free pass. Who's your free pass?
I do. It's my free pass. You ready for this? It is any, there could be a lot of them, any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Any which one I so choose. That comes
Wait,
into my bag.
how does that work? I'm just curious because they
No
don't
idea.
really exist.
You're really shattering a dream.
Yeah, sorry. No, but how did this come about? How did you decide? You obviously love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I do. When I saw the billboard for it, I was like, they look pretty hot. And he was like, well, that's it. That's your hall pass, any one of them. I think at this point, though, like, I know it's not going to happen, and, you know, maybe it'll be like just a guy on Hollywood Boulevard, like, dressed as a mutant turtle, like, all right, I'll take that guy.
No, don't take that guy. Do not take that guy. That doesn't go. That does not go well. Trust me.
Be like a good costume.
I spent 6 weeks with a Spider-Man, and it was a complete. It's a disaster. Don't do it.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to mention The Big Bang Theory. Airs Thursday nights at 8 on CBS, and congratulations, it's doing so well.
Thank you.
How long have you been with the show?
This is my 5th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice having you guys. You film literally. I could hit it with a tennis ball right now, and I often do. You guys are right there.
Occasionally, I'll just get like
Occasionally,
a tennis
you have to
ball to the
redo a
head.
take because I hit the place with a tennis ball. Yeah, that is Thursday nights at 8 on CBS. You can also see episodes 5 nights a week right here on good old TBS. Melissa, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Melissa Rouse, we'll be right back. Comedian Andrew Santino, stick around.